Hello friends, welcome to FreeCAD tutorial, and in this tutorial we will model a involute gear based on these three parameters: module, pressure, angle, and number of teeth. As gear is a very vast topic of study, so I'm not going much more depth about the gears and its technical specifications. So you have to study yourself with the other technical and core parameters for the gear design. But in this tutorial I'm just going to model a involute gear with the help of a module, pressure, angle, and number of teeth. So I will come to my FreeCAD, and it is a blank one, so I will create a new file and I will switch to the part design workbench. So in part design workbench there is a special options to create involute gear, and if you want to go to the gear design workbench of a FreeCAD, then you will find more options and more tools to design the different type of gears. But in this part workbench we will learn how to design the involute gears. So I will create on an involute gear. So once I click on the involute gear, a profile has been inserted here. Now we will customize this profile as per our requirement. So as per our data sheet, we have the module 5, number of teeth is 30 and pressure angle 20. So we will enter here our number of teeth 30 and our module 5 and pressure angle 20, and here is the high precisions, so I do not need a high precision, so I will go for the false. And this high precisions, if you keep here, so if you are going to 3D print this part, so you will get some problems. So it is better to keep high precision false, and it is an external gear because I want to assemble one more gear with this gear, our main gear, externally. So I will keep it as external gear, and you can also make it as an internal gear, just making this value false. So you can see that its profile has been changed, so I will keep it as a true. Now I will say apply and OK. Now our profile is ready. Now we will make it solid. So we will select this our gear profile and we will switch to the part workbench, and here we will extrude it with a 20 and I will say OK. So you can see that gear has been made. Now we need a hole for our shaft here, so we will use the constructive solid geometry method. So this one I will delete it. Yes, so we will see it 30, 520, it's okay. Now we will create a hole for our shaft, so we will use this constructive solid geometry. So I will insert a cylinder. So you can see that a cylinder has been inserted here. Now we will change its value. So we will go to the cylinder and radius we will give 10 and height we will give 20, and we will say OK. Now if I go here, if I off my gear, so you can see that a cylinder has been inserted here. Now we will make on our gear. Now what we will do, we will subtract this cylinder from our solid gear. So while performing the Boolean operations, selections is very important. So first I will select our gear main, and I want to, the things which you want to subtract, you click at second or last. So I will click on cylinder and I will go here for the cut operations. So you can see that FreeCAD has did the Boolean operation and it subtracted the cylinder from my gear. Now as per the gear size, this holes looks to be smaller, so I will make it radius 15. Okay, now it looks fine. Now we will insert one more gear. So again I switch to the part design workbench, and I will select the involute gear, and this time I am going to the insert a smaller gear, so I will simply decrease the number of teeth, and I will keep the pressure, angle and module the same. So here number of teeth I want 15, and this is 5, and it is an external gear, high precision false, and I will say OK. So I will go to my model. So here you can see a gear has been inserted, so I will click on it, do the same which we have did for our first gear, click on extrude along 20, I will say OK. So a gear has been inserted here, but we have to make the same hole for our shaft for this smaller gear. So we will again use this cylinder, and radius we will give R15, height 20, and now we will select that our smaller gear and our cylinder and perform the Boolean operation. Now we can see that we have the two gears. Now we will move our one gear, which is a smaller one, to the pitch of our first gear. So there are the two methods. Either you can move it with UCS, something like this, you can place it, but that is not a proper method, because we will use the formula to move our gears, which is this one, module multiplied by number of teeth, which is the 30 for our first gear and 15 for the second gear, and divide by 2. Will rebuild my model, and this gear I wanted to shift, so I will go to the placement, and if you see our UCS, so it is an X directions, so I wanted to move in a X direction from this at these locations. So I will go for the placement and 2.5, which we have calculated with our formula here. Just paste this formula at here, 5 multiplied by 13 at the positions, and press the enter, and if I press the 0, then it is go to here, and if I paste my formula, paste your formula here, 5 multiplied, so you can see that the gear has been moved here. Now I will switch to the isometric, and I will rotate, and everything looks very fine here. So this is how very easy to make a two involute gears mechanism in a FreeCAD. I hope you have liked this tutorial, and if you like this tutorial, then please like, subscribe and share my channel. And if you like my method of teaching, then you can support me. For more information, visit the video descriptions. I will come with more useful tutorial on a FreeCAD. Thank you for watching, and thank you for your valuable time.